The harem genre is one of the most common romance tropes in manga. It changes the common single male and single female romance story into an interwoven web of romance, drama, and explores the many archetypes of human relationships. If you've read any harem manga at all, you would know that the harem genre is not an actual harem where the male gets all the females. It usually means that the male protagonist has many potential female love interests and has to choose from one of them to be with. The male protagonist has to be generic, kind, and well-liked enough for the reader to self-insert themselves, while also giving the female characters a reason to fall in love with him. The female characters, on the other hand, need to be diverse, so that each of them will have a dynamic relationship with the main character and other female characters. Who the MC ends up with at the end of the manga is the most widely debated issue in this era, right next to solving world hunger and World War III. Many people will have their favorite female character that they want the MC to end up with, so rather than making a final girl for the MC to end up with, the mangaka will use a forbidden technique called multiple endings. This usually satisfies many readers as their ship ends up sailing, but for myself and probably a handful of you people, we end up feeling unsatisfied for a number of reasons that I won't get into in this video. Then why not write an actual harem ending? Well, I believe the drama and stories you can get from letting all the females fight for the male protagonist and rooting for one of them to emerge victorious is way more interesting and engaging compared to an ending where everyone just wins in the end. Imagine watching or reading a harem anime or manga, finding the character you love, and watching them grow into a better version of themselves through hardship and trials. Watching them fight to earn the affection of someone they love despite the competition and uncertainty. Then the author comes along and basically gives everyone a default win, undermining all their sacrifices and growth as a character. I don't know about you, but that will definitely leave a bad taste in my mouth. But there is a genre that can ignore all of that, allowing the reader to be just as invested in the characters getting into funny situations without the need for the characters to undergo any serious and thought-provoking character development. That's right, it's the comedy genre. The story starts out with the male protagonist, Rentaro, getting rejected for the 100th time. The god of love then appears and warns him that due to an error on his part, he will get 100 soulmates that will all fall for him at first eye contact. But if he cannot love them back, they will all die from heartbreak. What will he do? Leave 99 of them to die from heartbreak? Go out with each of them in secret? Neither. This absolute Chad decides to do what many male protagonists fail to do and treats all of them with love equally and eventually creates his own harem and family where everyone can be happy together. Rentaro is the male protagonist of the story, and from the start, you can immediately tell that he's an absolute Chad. Throughout the manga, you get to see him slowly turn from a kind person that loves his girlfriends into someone that worships his girlfriends religiously. This would be detrimental if it was handled poorly, but he still retains his love for his girlfriends while being extremely open-minded and extremely kind, especially when he meets a new soulmate. The great thing about him is that he's not meant to be a self-insert character and is an active character that constantly pushes the narrative whenever a new girlfriend shows up while professing his love for all his current girlfriends. As of this video, there have been a total of 18 soulmates that Rentaro met, and all of them were satisfyingly written into Rentaro's harem, or as it is formally named, Rentaro's family. Each of Rentaro's girlfriends has a unique personality to them, usually in the form of a predictable stereotype. But the stereotypes have been warped and subverted to fit the manga's chaotic and insane humor. Every one of Rentaro's girlfriends is given so much attention to detail that each of them has a unique way they look, dress, talk, eat, and interact with Rentaro and even each other. The side characters that occasionally show up also have their own charm and are iconic due to the author not making them one-dimension and boring. Although it is hilarious that Rentaro's starting male friend that made fun of his failed confessions has been sent to the Shadow Realm and forgotten just like the old man at the start. You would be surprised to learn that throughout its current 90 chapters, less than 1/5 of the female cast has been introduced to us. This is because the mangaka is putting in the effort into introducing the new soulmates. giving us time to let us and Rentaro learn about the new character and their many charms and flaws before getting them together. There are also chapters where there are no new characters being introduced and they all just hang out, and we get to explore the character dynamics and hilarious out-of-the-world antics that come with a chaotic humor manga like this. This just ends up making each of Rentaro's girlfriends more memorable and likable, as you really get a good feel of how close the bond of Rentaro's family is. The mangaka also has the ability to take repetitive tropes and subverts them in a fun and unexpectedly hilarious way. The comedy is chaotic and delivers every time, usually made even better by the characters' insane reactions. I highly recommend anyone that is tired of the saturated market that is the harem genre and try out this manga, and I can guarantee you that you will enjoy it, or at least appreciate its refreshing take on the genre.